We have a new clipper coming out soon, and I need your help to name it. If you are a creative person and can think of some cool names, drop a comment. If we use the name, you will be rewarded. If you want to get rich as a barber, stay tuned.
Oh, crying. I'm really just a dickhead. Don't act like you don't know me. This scam deserve a trophy. Baby, they know me straight. Do the most crying in history. Power ain't go show up. The scammer clippers blow up. It's bossy or crying. 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 Bossy or crying.
It's really crazy how here in America, good haircuts cost about $20, maybe even $30. How much do you charge at your shop? And in Europe and UK, it's nearly 100 plus. How do barbers justify putting high prices on haircuts? Can someone explain this? I don't understand. When you have a senior barber charging more money, is this because he is old and needs more money? The more senior you get means you're just old now and act like some know-it-all. Do old barbers deserve to charge more money? Let me know in the comments because I'm suspicious about this. I know this has been spoken about before, but if you're A-section god, or just an old-school barber who wants to do as many haircuts as possible, I don't think how you act or dress should matter on the price. I would rather a drunken pirate give me a decent haircut and charge me $20, instead of some geek dressed as a golfer trying to charge $100 for a scissors trim. Do you barbers charge extra for shear-only cuts? Seriously, I want to move on from this shortly. But how can a barber dress like he is going to a wedding and think he can charge extra? Silence in barbershops and trying to look super intelligent. Do people really want this? I want to be in a barbershop with a drunk barber tapping ash onto my head and tell me he is in the middle of a divorce and is going home to play Call of Duty. This serious approach to barbering needs to leave and never come back. If any of you serious barbers are watching, please tell me, what makes you feel the need to dress like a waiter? Do you think people will respect you more? Some of you barbers ruin the barbering trade and make us look like weak men. Listen up, let's get serious, because I'm about to drop some straight-up game on how to level up your cash flow behind the chair. This isn't the fluffy, feel-good advice you get from industry seminars. This is the real, unfiltered truth. You ready? Let's get into it. First off, you're leaving money on the table if you're not upselling products. And don't overthink it. You can literally make up whatever you want. Tell a client that hair gel is infused with some anti-baldness magic, or that pomade will give their hair that extra shine for their Tinder profile pics. Believe me, people will buy into it. People love solutions, even if they don't make sense. That's more money in your pocket every single day. Now speed up your cuts. Time is money, period. If you're cutting 8 heads a day, you're coasting. Push it to 10 or 12, or even more. I'm saying rush and butcher your work if you have to. Tighten up your systems. The more people you get in and out of that chair, the more your wallet grows. And here's where we get real ruthless. Start negotiating like your life depends on it. Every few months, hit up your shop owner and demand a better commission split or lower chair rent. And I don't care if you're sitting there like, but my boss is my buddy. No, they're not. To every barbershop owner, you're just a number. The second you stop pulling your weight, they'll replace you faster than you can finish a fade. This is a cutthroat game, so act like it. Don't get too comfortable, or you're going to stay broke for life. That's the energy you need. Be smart. Be aggressive. Stop thinking like an employee and start thinking like a gangster. Alright, I've got more advice, don't worry. But let me hear how you make extra money at work. I see it all the time with barbers asking for cheaper chair rental, and when the owner says no, they just accept it. Pack your stuff up and bounce out. They need you. Take no prisoners. And believe me, you will gain more respect being this way. I don't fully know why, but it's just the way it is. Join me now as I have a caller on the line. He says he lied his way since day one as a barber, and if he had not have done that, he would never have survived. Caller, you're live!
Hey Toad, what's going on, buddy?
Tell me how you lied your way to the top. I find it interesting how you were able to do this.
Yeah, sure. I think it's like the unwritten rules of barbering, you know? I mean, if you're cutting hair 6 months, well then you've got to say you're cutting hair a year or two. Because if you go into a barber shop and you tell them you have no experience, you're going to be treated like shit, you know? You're going to be given bad jobs. You're going to be given horrible, disgusting, unhygienic customers. Clients, you're going to have to cut their hair. You're just going to get all the bad jobs. You're going to have to go to shops for people. You're going to have to go and get change for the cash register. I mean, you can take some money out of it for coffee and not tell anybody, but I mean, it's tough. So you gotta lie. You gotta lie your way through. I'm sure you've done it before.
Oh yeah, as a barber, you have to lie daily. You have to lie to clients, your fellow workers. Everyone. Okay, but were you a reliable barber?
I mean, Toad, is there any such thing as a reliable barber? I mean, look, I turned up. I cut hair. Sometimes I skip some bits on haircuts. If it was an older guy, I'd just quickly do the top, really quickly. Maybe blunt his fringe straight and just get him out quick. I wouldn't dry the hair. I'd keep them wet. I did get a few complaints that some old customers were getting sick because I wasn't drying their hair. But look, you gotta do what you gotta do, Toad. If the shop's busy and the guy who's tipping you is second, you don't want to leave him wait. You don't care about them other losers. You gotta get to that guy and you gotta look after him. So you just gotta do what you gotta do.
Oh, for sure. If the client who tips good comes in, I will butcher everyone to make sure I cut that client. Tips are so important in barbering. Do you have any tips for any new barbers that they might find helpful?
Hmm. I would say if, your typical geek comes in and he's like, hey, I want to try a new haircut. I'd tell him I'm giving him a fade, but I'd just give him like a one or a two back and sides. If I don't have to give someone a fade, I'm not doing it. Why would I? I like to get them cut fast, take a break, go on my phone, relax, maybe get a coffee. I don't want to be putting in extra work, and for what? You know? Who's going to appreciate it? That guy's a geek. He doesn't know the difference. So, it's a win-win. Why would I overcomplicate things? And I can just keep them simple. You got to be smart in the barbering world, or else you're not going to survive. I'm sure you understand, Toad.
Oh, yes, I definitely understand that. That's a good point with geeks. That makes total sense. Barbering can be long and hard, so it needs to be simple. What clippers are you using now? And do you have a favorite?
Well, now I'm using the TPOB Play. It's without a doubt the greatest clipper I've ever used in my life. And with that 5 hours runtime, when the shop's busy, it's nice knowing that your battery isn't going to run out and you're going to have to plug it in and you're going to have to use it with the cord. I hate that more than anything. So that's one of the big reasons why I love to play. But I just love it's so quiet also. So when I have conversations with clients, we can actually hear each other. So yeah, that's probably my most used clipper, and it's definitely my favorite. But I did see you speak about something about a Go clipper. Can you tell me about that, or what's going on? I'm excited to hear about that one.
I bet you are, buddy. You're going to have to just wait and see what comes out.
I'm so excited, Toad. I just can't wait because, it's just.
He was starting to annoy me a little. But that's all I got time for today. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please leave me a comment on what you want me to discuss next, and hit the subscribe and like button. That's it from me, everyone. I'm out. Peace!